Hey everybody, how are you this evening? It is what day is this? February the 10th. Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday, but Super Bowl Sunday is over now. So I'm making another video, but this one is more personal. And as you guys know, I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm learning more each day. And I always say that if you're going to really do a deep dive into genealogy and really, really understand it, you have to first start with your family. You have to start with the people in your life. And that's where the journey begins. That's where many rabbit holes begin. And I'm going to start here because when you are being questioned, when your ancestry and your family is being questioned, you have to respond, and that is what I'm doing here. But I'm also doing this because it's cool to be transparent and to share your life with people a bit, particularly when it comes to your life's work. And I've been doing this for some time. I've been doing this for, I want to say, since 2017, maybe even before, long before Ancestry came along. But I wanted to show you guys my tree, which is very public on Ancestry, and I love it. I love doing the public trees because you connect with your relatives, you connect with people you didn't even know existed, and it's a beautiful thing when you find your long lost relatives and cousins and things of that nature. But I'm doing this again in response to a particular person who's questioned whether I'm related to them or related to their family, and that's fine. I don't mind questions. I'm very transparent, and I'm going to show you this here. And the relative in question is whether I'm related to William Oxendine, and he is a relative, a first cousin, first time removed, and I will show you how. So, as you can see here, here's my face here with Chris Robinson Jordan and all of my siblings from my father, James Brody Robinson, who married my mother, Betty Jean Morgan. And she was actually his last wife. Let me click on here too. And again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at 20 million documents that I have here because a lot of you guys can go here and search it for yourself. But as you can see, my father was a very handsome man. He was also a veteran and very decorated. So that's who he is. Jimmy Brody Robinson. They called him Jimmy. And let's go back. And as you can see, you guys bear with me here. And his father was Alvin Robinson, born in 1884. Let's see, he had a wife. He had two wives. He had Adaviv Brody Sims. Okay, gonna go through there. And then Alvin's father was Sandy C. Robinson, born in 1856 to 1940. Sandy had a very interesting life. It was some digging there because he was a slave. He was a former slave. And again, like I said, I won't go into a lot of detail about every single family member. I just wanted to show you guys the connection. And as you can see here, Sandy married Anna Bolton. Now I will expand her tree here, her family. Anna had many siblings, many siblings. And I'm scrolling over to her sibling where she married an Oxendine. Lots of family. There are a lot of Fultons here. So here we have Mary Jane Fulton, who married Simpson Oxendine, and they had children. Okay. Now, I forgot to show you guys over here that Sandy and Anna had children. Okay, they had Bertha and Alvin. And so when you click on Sandy, I'll click on him real quick. you can see, he was born in Kentucky and made his way to Ohio. And his family, William Robinson and Hagar and Robinson, they're actually from Virginia. But you can see here the timeline. And he married a Kate Radcliffe and then went on to marry Anna J. Fulton. And then they subsequently had Alvin and then Bertha. Okay. You can see that there. And again, you see all the records or marriage records are all there. I won't go into that because that's, again, I don't want to take up all of your guys' time, but I just wanted to make this video. It was really important to me. So Anna's sister had children with Simpson Oxendine. And here's a relative in question that was noted in a video by a viewer who had come to the American Aboriginals. So I click on William Oxendine. As you can see, there were they had many children, and William was one of them. And I referenced him in a previous video. And as you can see, he was born in Ohio. Okay. So he's my first cousin, 2 times removed. So that's pretty simple, you guys. It's not complicated. I didn't have to go back 500 generations to show you the connection to William Oxendine. And as you guys know, your grandfathers and grandmothers, they have children. Those children become cousins of yours. If you know how it goes. So it's not complicated, right? And I know that people will say, oh, well, you're not directly related. Oh, it's not a direct connection. And we can do this all day. We can do this all day. But based on records, oral history, and yes, ancestry and genealogy, I'm showing you the connection. But if you have a doubt, let me go to my mother's side, since people want to doubt my father's side. Let me go to my mother's side. Now, Winnie Hyman Applewhite, she's my second great grandmother. This is on my mother's side. So there's Winnie, and she married Oscar Applewhite. And Winnie's father was John Henry Hyman, who also owned her. Okay, we know how that story goes. I've done a lot of research on this, guys, trust me. So Winnie, and I want to make a note here too, because in another ancestry tree, another public tree, another relative of mine made a note about one of Winnie's children. See, Scotland Neck, Halifax County. Now, Halifax County is known to be the home of the Tuscarora Nation. Okay, guys, so that's important to note. So the note that came from another relative by the name of Karen Allen, this is what she writes in her tree, and I made a note here, and I gave her credit, of course. Mary Applewhite, born 1885. Mary Applewhite is my paternal great-grandmother. My father said that she was light-skinned with long, straight hair. Her mother was Winnie Hyman, which is my second great-grandmother, a mulatto. Winnie's father was her mother's slave master, John Hyman. It is noted in his records that he had a daughter from an unknown woman. Okay? So those are the notes. So, and that's why I do a lot of research, you guys. I do a lot of digging. I look for records. All of that's here. I don't have to go into a lot of detail with that. But if anybody is questioning my father's side, this is my mother's side. Okay? And let me show you my connection to Winnie directly. Winnie and Oscar had several children, as you can see. And Elizabeth was one of the children. Now, one of the things about the Applewhites, sometimes they drop the apple from their names. And I had to do cross-checking on their census reports, but it's all there. Okay? And when Elizabeth married James Thomas, who was a widower, they had several children together, about maybe 6 children together. And one of those children was my grandmother, Doretha Thomas. Okay? And then there is my mother, Betty Jean Morgan, who you saw earlier. Okay. So that's my family on both my mother's side and my father's side. And I know folks are like, the lady in question, she said, well, do a DNA. Okay, I could do a DNA, but I really don't need to do that because I know who my father is and who his father is and who his father is. And one day when I'm ready, I will do DNA, but I'm very careful of that because I know that there are shenanigans around DNA too. So I'm very, very careful about giving up my DNA. Very careful about that. But again, if this is not good enough for people, I don't know what to tell you. And like I said in my comment, I thought it was a positive thing to find out that you're related to somebody. I thought it was a positive thing, right? I thought that was what genealogy was about, was reconnecting to your family, right? And so here we are. Here I am, you know, making videos about whether I'm related to somebody or not. And I'm very open about this, and I have to be. I can't not be a researcher and not show you my research, not show you my sources, not show you my documentation, because I have no credibility. I'm not just here talking every day, every week, all the time with you guys. I'm really sharing because it's not just for me. But if I can't show you my own family, then who can I show you? I don't have credibility. So again, this is about linking arms instead of being opposite, instead of being combative, instead of being uber protective, especially when you see the information right here. It's right here for everybody to see. Okay? And I'm very proud of my family. Very proud of my family. And I thought they would be proud of me too. That's what I thought. Right? But I'm not just a historian and a researcher. I'm also a writer, right? I'm a director. I'm a filmmaker. I've worked really hard on myself. I've worked really hard on this work. And I thought that, somebody like me, you would be proud of. Why wouldn't you be proud of me? Instead of coming at me, oh, you're not related to us. That's negative. And I'm not going to be negative. Not going to do it. So, any case, this is my family, guys. If you want to do more studying and you want to see it, go see it. This is a lifelong journey and it doesn't end. There's still so much to do. There's like over 5,000 people in my family. So that I've discovered over the course of some years here. And it's my life's work. So, but with all that, I'm not going to take up all of your evening. I just wanted to share this and respond because I'm not going to let anybody disparage my name. I'm not, especially not publicly. So there you have it. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Thank you.